Welcome. Hello. Hello, beautiful soul. Greetings, 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 beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome to Enchantress the Babblers. Enchantress the Babblers? Yeah. Enchantress the Babblers YouTube channel. I am Enchantress. How are you? I am your mystic muse, and today, right now, we are going to dive deep into the cosmic wonders of this upcoming full moon in Aries, happening September 30th, 2023. All these messages are timeless, so don't worry if you're seeing this at a later time than the time that I this is originally being recorded and stuff like that. Right? I want to keep that because I was seeing it. I'm seeing, right, La Estrella, right, 6 of Hearts here. We're gonna keep that one right here. But we're going to be diving deep, okay? Diving deep as sea, so get comfortable. You know how I roll. Enchantress the Babbler. I speak from my soul. Welcome, right? So we're going to be talking about this harvest full moon, which holds a very special place in our hearts, right? And so I want to see, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this, but we will give it a try, right? So just breathe in at this moment in time. And let us breathe. And out. Let us breathe. I love it. I hope you're able to hear this. Right? So welcome, right? So welcome, beautiful souls, right? This harvest full moon it's gonna be very special, right? It's happening on, what did I say? It's September 29th. Did I say that? I don't know, but it's September 29th. Okay, I don't know what I said. Okay. And it's illuminating. It's illuminating our resources, right? On money matters, of course, right? And it's also urging us to examine our spending habits, right? And make adjustments to where we need to make adjustments, right? Make adjustments to where we need to make adjustments. And that's just the tip of it all, right? So I'm going to keep that here. We are going to be using various forms of divination. It's not needed. I just find that no matter the channel, no matter the divination, like people are drawn to divination tools as opposed to listening to just someone speak and channel, right? So I use these for articulation, not because I need them, but because I like to use them and stuff like that, right? So yeah, so you might hear a singing cat in the background. If you do, that's totally fine too, but I like the buildup of this too and everything that we're gonna do. Right, so here we are, right? So let's just jump in. Let's just jump into it. Let's get into it. Let's dive deep in, right? Forgive me. That was just a yawn. Beautiful. All right. So the supermoon, it's bathed in fiery energies, right? Of Aries, right? It's the Aries Libra axis and stuff like that, right? So with Aries, you know, it brings ambition, heat, right? Heat and ambition, right? It's that unbridled energy for you to work with, right? Unlike Libra, who's like laid back, right? Aries is all about taking action, right? So taking action, charging ahead. And now that I even look at this and I think about this, I think about the tree, right? We'll get it from the book and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I'm always going to interpret as I see and stuff like that, right? So we got these roots, we got this tree, right? And then we got this greenery, you got this queen, right? You got the stork that's leaving, and I just feel like that's good, right? Because it's seasonal, it's like it's leaving, right? So you got the stork, you got this tree, so it's like roots, deep roots that grow, right? That come from your ancestors, these things that you sow, right? And then you have this taking off, taking flight. So it's like taking flight, and then you got the stars, right? Las estrellas. I believe that means stars, right? But as we can see, even just here from the depiction, right? The stars, right? So this is hope, dreams, vision. Like, where are you in your rooting that's taking flight with your vision, right? It's on site, right? So I just feel like this is actually really good, actually. Okay. I feel like this is actually really good. Right. So it's all about charging ahead with your goals, right? And fiercely really advocating, right, for what you want. What do you want? So let's be clear, right? So it's this full moon, they say, is the most potent, like in the signs of Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And you have those dominant in your chart and stuff like that, depending on where Aries rules in their birth charts and things like that. But this is affecting us all. So like we can, like, whatever the case may be, but this is just something that is happening for us all, right? So let's just be clear, for those of you that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in with I at this moment in time, right? If you don't know, like, what's a super moon, right? So just technically, it's just all talk, right? It's talk. It's when the moon swings, right, by closer to Earth, making it appear like motherfucking larger. So make sure to look up at the sky, like, it's gonna be beautiful outside, right? So it's a breathtaking sight, right? It might not have any true astrological significance. It's all a matter of belief. Take everything with a grain of salt. Like, this is we're here in this 3D land, and everything is conditioned onto us, what is real, what is not, and all this kind of stuff. Either way, we're navigating our own systems here. And so, it'd be like that, right? So this is a harvest moon though, right? And so it appears around fall equinox, right? Which definitely go check out my last video for the fall equinox video that I posted. Definitely watch all my videos and stuff like that, right? But definitely go check that out, because it ties into this as well. This is fluid. Everything is fluid, right? So I'll link it in the description box and stuff like that. And before I continue, right, thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I appreciate you in every single kind of way. I would appreciate if you would like this video, even if you unlike this video, even if you don't like it and all this kind of stuff, but you find yourself here. This is the moment to help, me too on this platform, because it's just great if we're connecting and you're listening and you're vibing and you're receiving. Then reciprocity is key here. It helps the algorithm and stuff like that for my channel, and it helps me to grow, and I would like my channel to grow, like, you know what I'm saying? So these are the seeds that we sow. So I thank you in advance for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I, and for showing some leveling of support, especially if you are receiving, especially if you are here, especially if you are here hidden, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can you expect to receive, and these notes you take and all this kind of stuff, you know what I mean, and then be deceitful, or like, just quiet, not taking any kind of type of action or something like that. Either way, that's the end of that. So you can also follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That's me. You have two options over there. You can follow for free and also subscribe. And that is just dope in itself. And if you have any questions about the subscription platform, feel free to ask me. You can also find me on TikTok, Alchemistic Poetess. And you can find me on Blogger, Enchanting Babble on Blogger, enchantingbabble.blogspot.com. And yeah, so that's that. You can also purchase my book. It's a poetry oracle book. You open it to any random page. It's on Amazon. It's called The Darker Night Light of My Soul. Volume 1, Love Bites. Volume 2, Death Becomes Her, coming soon to a theater near you. Yeah, so you turn to any random page. You can read it from beginning to end. It's light code activated, my friend, so you will receive massive quantum downloads upon entering this poetry, right? So it's definitely an interesting read. A very easy read. It's not anything complex. I know that I can speak sometimes complex, but it's poetry. It's explosive. It's quantum, and it's illuminating, right? And it's elevating. It's evolution in itself too. So that was my little advert. Thank you so much for that. Let us continue back to where we were, right? So what were we saying? So yeah, look, this celestial event that's happening, right? It's evolutionary, right? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, right? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and in itself, any kind of first of anything, it symbolizes new beginnings, right? Aries also represents leadership and courage. So have you had your courage porridge, right? Right. So it's so as this moon bathes in Aries radiant light, it calls us to embrace our inner warrior, right? To set bold intentions and release what no longer serves us, right? It's like release, right? So it's like I embrace my inner warrior and fearlessly pursue my goals, right? Yes, I embrace, I release, right? What no longer serves me, and I make space for massive quantum transformation, right? I set clear intentions, right? And I passionately work towards my dreams, my visions, my goals, right? And so it's aligning with this truth in yourself. I'm courageous, I'm confident, and I'm ready to face all my shadows, right? And so that's what's happening here, right? You're now, right? So you're now igniting. If you are interested in I'm going to be doing a powerful candle ritual for subscribers only on my Instagram. If you are interested in being a part of that, it is going to be quantum. That will be happening this Friday. If you are interested, you would have to go and subscribe to my Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. Over there, I do candle ritual ceremonies for subscribers only, and that's just the tip of the iceberg over there, right? So yeah, and you could also do your own fire ritual. That would be highly advised, like, you know, at this time, right? Especially with this Aries full moon, right? You can find your own space, your safe space, outdoors, indoors, or near a window where you can see the moon's glow, right? And you can light a red or orange candle representing the fiery energy of Aries yourself, right? Hold on. Yeah, so whatever it is, you could always do yourself. What was I saying before I hit? Before I hit. Oh, shoot. Okay, so yeah, so either way, like whether you participate with what I'm doing or whatever the case may be, remember, everything is a DIY kind of coaching experience with me anyways, because I don't want you to become dependent on anything. You are independent, right? And you should be self-sufficient too. And so anything that I can do to help you rise to the occasion for yourself, that's kind of what this is all about. But either way, you can do your own candle, right? You can use it as a candle meditation. You can gaze into the candle's flame, right? Meditate on your own intentions, right? And what you wish to release, right? And while you do this, you can imagine, like, you know, the fire burning away any and all obstacles or fears that may be holding you back from achieving your own goals. You don't need anybody to do it for you, you know, if you want to do it for yourself, right? Speak your intentions loud and clear, right? With conviction. We were talking about that in the other video too, but what does that mean with conviction? It means that you feel passionate about what it is that you're saying, right? And to be mindful in every kind of way of what it is that you say with passion, right? And conviction, right? So infusing these energies, right? with the energy of this harvest full moon, when you're doing it, use strong affirmative language, right? So yeah, so when you feel ready, you know, you make your own ritual if that's the case, right? Or whatever the case may be, right? So there's just a lot going on, right? It's changing seasons. Seasons change. I actually hear that song. Seasons change. People change. It's been so long since I told you, but it seems like yesterday. That's an old song. I don't expect everybody to know like what that song is, but seasons change. It's like from the 80s or the 90s. I don't know, right? So we're just embracing these changing seasons, right? And we need to release what no longer serves, right? And prepare for our own rebirth, right? And so as this harvest full moon illuminates, right? It illuminates, right? It's filling us, it's filling our lives with this renewed energy and purpose, right? Because September's full moon, right? This full moon is occurring in an impulsive sign, right? Because Aries is ambitious, right? So they call this what, cuffing season or something like that, right? So it might like kind of seem contrary, right? To these kind of cuffing season plans, right? But it's ultimately like whatever happens, it's about serving your own best interests, right? So yes, because this is like we said, the Aries Libra axis, right? And the sun is in Libra at this time, right? So partnerships are vital, right? Partnerships are vital, right? We want constant companionship and stuff like that. But constant companionship can obscure, right? Your own personal desires, right? So it's finding balance, right? This balance, this whole balancing out. We talked about that in the other video where I was telling you about the yoga, and the poses and the transitions when I bring up yoga and I speak about this kind of stuff, right? So with the fall equinox, right, and this harvest moon, right, this is signaling, right, a start of a new season, right? So yeah, and you know, it's signaling for that type of stuff. So it reminds you, right, that your needs matter because this is the season, right, too, that farmers are harvesting their crops, right, before fall's arrival, right? So this full moon is reminding you that your needs matter. Your needs matter, right? And in order to maintain healthy relationships, you need to prioritize your relationship with yourself first, right? And like these are the strong roots. That's what that is reminding me of, right? This strong roots, right? So it's urging you, right, to prioritize your relationship with yourself, right? And urging you to refocus, right, on your ambitions, right? What are you setting sail to? What are you setting off on? What are your hopes, your dreams, your visions, right? And then we're in Libra season, right, which is all about socializing and partnerships, and all this can be taken the forefront. So it's easy to get distracted, right? But here we are, right? So as we prioritize intentionally, consciously, like it's intention, you're setting the intention to prioritize, right? Your own solo pursuits, right? It doesn't mean that you can't find the balance in relationships and partnerships and stuff like that, right? But if you're too focused, right, on pleasing others, on overly pleasing others, yeah, right? This Aries energy, right, prompts self-focus. It brings it back to me, right? I always say, like in astrology and stuff like that, when you go through the astrological wheel, if you want to go through the timing of stuff, Aries is the baby of the zodiac, right? So it's me, right? So yeah, so igniting our own desires to take action, to take off and action, encouraging independent endeavors. And I was talking about this on another person's YouTube platform when, you know, I just feel like this conditioning in this world, this feminism and um this overly um like exaltation of, oh, you gotta be a bad bitch or like boss type energy, independent, I don't need no one. And that's like a crock of shit. It is a crock of shit. It is a crock of shit. And it'll keep people miserable if they keep thinking like that. I mean, you can have the bag and you can fumble it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, money's not gonna make you happy, right? But being self-sufficient it does. I'm not saying that, but to take away and to remove yourself from the whole intimacy of connecting and unifying like with others as well, that's damaging to your whole entire 3D human experience, because if you keep thinking you gotta go at it by yourself, unless you're like a nomad or a freaking monk in the mountains and you're isolating yourself away, the human crave is connection, no matter how you want to put it. So if you're over here just like, oh, I'm independent, I don't need nobody, you're lying to your fucking self, because in every single position that you've ever put yourself in, or the circumstances that we've always needed somebody. We've always had somebody to help us along the way. We didn't do this shit by ourselves. You didn't come out your mother's womb and wipe your own ass. No, you needed always somebody, like, you know, so I'm not saying that, oh my gosh, to rely and become so codependent upon somebody or something else and stuff like that. You should be independent, self-sufficient, and prioritizing yourself too, because if you're good, then you have the opportunity to make all other relationships good too. You know what I'm saying? But like, so I just think there's these lines have been blurred, and a lot of like, you know, like the way that people talk and all this kind of stuff, it's like emotionally, they're trying to emotionally detach themselves and yet be emotional at the same time, and then depriving themselves, self-sabotaging in other kind of departments and stuff like that, thinking that, oh, this independence thing is the route to go, and all this kind of stuff, the self-sufficiency and all this kind of stuff. I don't need nobody and all this kind of stuff. I just think it's a crock of shit. You know what I'm saying? And all this kind of like, you know, bashing the opposite gender and all this kind of stuff, or he said, she said, me said, or all this kind of stuff, overly generalizing. You know, I'm not with any of that. I don't agree with any of that. I think it's stupid. I think it's so stupid. I think it creates such separation in our society, even more so. I don't know if we got this whole like spiritual warfare. Everybody wants to freaking be energetically on top and all this kind of stuff, that they think that this is like this rat race and everybody got to be every man for themselves. And I think that's just so sad. I think that's so sad. So don't be mistaken by me saying, oh, you know, this Aries full moon, which is igniting our own personal desire for action and encouraging our own independent endeavors, that means, oh my God, go solo dolo for life. You know what I'm saying? Because that creates bitter seeds. If you ever look at people that are, oh, I don't need nobody, I don't need a man, I don't need this, I don't need that, blah, blah, blah. They're not happy. They're not happy no matter how much money they got, no matter how much whatever. When they're acting like that, they're lying to themselves. So don't be fooled by that shit, because that shit will get you fucked up, okay? Like some real shit. Like it'll get you so messed up, like to think that way, like, you know what I mean? Then you'll be lonely, and then, you know, they got jokes. They're like, oh, you be a cat lady or this and this and this and that, and that's because, you know, what did you do? You isolated yourself by thinking that way and acting that way and stuff like that. I just don't think that's the way. I don't think that. I'm not with that feminist movement and all this kind of bashing men type of shit and all this kind of stuff. Like, I'm not with any of that. You know what I'm saying? And so either way, yes, so this Aries full moon, sorry, babble, side note, and all this kind of stuff, but this Aries, you know, full moon, it's strengthening our reservoir, like enhancing our own needs at this time, like it's highlighting it, right? So that you can have this self-fulfillment right? So that you can enhance, and the self-fulfillment is going to enhance and nourish your relationships, right? Right? It is, right? So, I'm sorry. So yeah, so that's good. Okay, that's good. Let me see something here. Very random card, just to spark our mind at this time, right? Because, right, this is a time where we're being called for self-focus, right? To refocus and realign with our own purpose too, and our own soul's exploration. So with the full moon prompting like our own time for reflection and release, it's about finding the balance in life and doing that too. You know what I mean? Please, what's the bravest thing you've ever done? Right? Who are your role models? Right? So write these questions down and answer them for yourselves, right? What's the bravest thing you've ever done? And who are your role models, right? So it's about inspiring courage, right? The bravest thing you've ever done. Inspiring courage, right? We're inspiring courage at this time to take action, right? Repurposing our own discovery, purposing our discovery. What purpose are we finding in our own discovery, right? What purpose are we finding in our own discovery? Pursuing our own life's missions may require us to make some sacrifice and changes, right? So who are your role models, right? When was the last time you tried something for the first time, right? These are questions that are coming up right now. When is the last time you tried something for the first time? What's the bravest thing you've ever done? Who are your role models, right? And why? Why are you looking up? I look at a lot of stuff like that, and I look at people that look up to certain kind of people, and I realize too, because when you see through the facade of certain type of people, and you see that, you know, they're like kind of like faking it till they make it and stuff like that, and giving. What people fail to understand is that you're resonating with a certain type of energy that is with the facade, right? But that's because you're tied to the energy, right? Which is your own facade or your own falseness or your own like whatever. Like it's not to insult and it's not to upset, right? And if it triggers you, then good, because that's room for growth and all this kind of stuff. But like when I was noticing, like, people that were listening, like look up to, admire certain types of people, and then be so disappointed when like the cat's out of the bag and some other, like, you learn that these people are not nice or kind or even good, right? Like they're like snakes in disguise, wolves in sheep's clothing, and all this kind of stuff. Like, so and then you'd be like, wow, I really looked up to that person, and wow, they're flawed and everything away. But what I get upset like with this kind of stuff is because the falseness of a person's persona that's not being authentic and real, but others think that they're authentic and real. The energy is being shared, and the energy, right? So energy, right? Energy in, right? Energy out, right? And so everybody's just gulping this false energy and just sucking it all up and shit like that. I just think discernment, right, really needs to be practiced here, right? Like really, 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 really. Like it's just like when you come out of toxic relationships and then want to jump right back into another relationship, chances are that other relationship is going to be toxic too, because you didn't have time for that clearance. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So either way, so you're finding the courage, right? The courage, and you're taking the action, right? And you're repurposing your own discovery, right? Pursuing your life's mission and changing and making sacrifices when need be, right? And so Aries and Libra are polar opposites in astrology, right? This is why whenever there's whenever there's a new moon, right? New moon in Libra, the full moon is going to be in its polar opposite sign. That's just the way that it is. And Libra's polar opposite sign is Aries, and with that brings valuable lessons, right? So Aries empowers us, right, to pursue our own path, while Libra emphasizes finding this inner peace. Right? So we have to be mindful about whom we're looking up to. We have to be mindful about what we're being brave about, and what's the bravest thing we've ever done thus far, and what is the newest bravest thing that we're going to do now, right, to encourage ourselves, right? And when was the last time we tried something for the first time? Right? So it's being brave and trying something for the first time, even if it scares you. It's like speaking, even if your voice shakes. It's going after the role that you want, the play that you know, the job that you want, the person that you want. Like, it's actually like, just even if it doesn't pan out the way that you want to and stuff like that, how brave are you willing to be? How courageous, how to shift your own environment, to shift your whole entire life, right? So sorry. So with that being in mind, right, Aries and Libra's warrior, right? So Aries and Libra, right, they're warrior spirits in this department, right? And they might differ in their warriorness. That's a word, right? They differ, right, in the style of warrior that they are, like completely different. They're polar opposites, right? So as Aries acts forcefully, right, Libra seeks balance through communication. And so this is the balance that we're bringing here, right? It's being communicative. It's like clear communication that's impactful, that packs a punch, right? Because Aries, high vibrations encompasses courage, right? Determination, stamina, right? And drive, right? And those are essential for making choices that align with our soul's journey. And that's important, right? So, and the lower frequencies of Aries can lead to frustration and even to selfishness, right? So finding the right balance is key, right? So while Libra emphasizes inner peace, right? So inner peace, key. So we're finding inner peace, which is key, right? Means something you can't live without, right? What can't you live without? Think about your expression. And think about if you've been living without your expression, right? Hold on, I got a lot of noise in the background. Alrighty, so I took a little break. I'm gonna eat something. My daughter made us a delicious meal. And so now I'm back. And then we were going over this. But I don't know where we left off at. I'm just gonna continue. If I repeat myself, my apologies. Anyways, but we're gonna dive back into the heart of it, which is talking about this Aries full moon and stuff like that, right? So we use these, right? So who are your role models when you're talking about that? Name something you can't live without, right? And for me too, like, I feel like expression, right? And I've lived without it, but within it. Like, not actually, no, that's not true. Right? But think about it. Our freedom of expression, we've lived without, and it has oppressed us in some kind of way, right? And so that's not something I want to live without. Like, you know what? I'm just giving an example of me. Like when I'm thinking about that throat chakra clearing, right? Visudada. I don't know how to say it. Throat chakra. The technical name that it's called is Vishuddha. How to say it? Vishuddha. There you go. Vishuddha. Right? So we got, right? So yeah, our throat chakra clearing, the Vishuddha, right? It reminds me of a Spanish word, basura, garbage, right? But no, yeah, letting out the garbage, releasing all that and stuff like that. But either way, right? So with Aries and Libra at this axis, right? The polar opposites and stuff like that, right? We have this wonderful opportunity, right, to really blend together polarities, right, that that allow us really to bring balance in our communication and in our with our actions, right? Being authentic in our actions and communication, right? And so this is wonderful, right? Wonderful, wonderful. Right? Let us explore this one right here, right? So this tree, right? I know that we're talking about other things, but tree, right? It's about our health, right? Its roots. If it's right, so it's about deep rooted growth, right? And not being stuck too. So it's like it's concerning our health, right? Deep rooted things, right? What grows well grows slow. What grows well grows slow. Right? So what grows well grows slow. Right? I like that. And then this is the stork, right? So when the going gets tough, storks leave, right? Storks follow food and tend to be seasonal, returning to where they were comfortable and found resources, a sign of good luck. This is a sign of good luck, right? When storks leave, it serves as an early warning system when they are not comfortable, something is wrong, right? So change, usually for the better, moving pattern. So you could be moving too, right? You could be experiencing some type of change. This is a shift. This is a shift, right? But this full moon too, right? It allows us to align with our purpose, balancing our own self-prioritization, right? And making these decisions, taking actions, not being stagnant on that, finding the balance between that, right? So when we find the balance between that, so there's also an aspect too, with Venus and Uranus, right? Encouraging honest conversations and relationships, which can help you to reveal stagnant energy, right? So releasing old behaviors and patterns and transforming them for self-respect, self-worth, right? Improving your own relationship with yourself. So this Aries full moon helps us to understand this part of our journey, fostering fulfilling relationships, right? That support individual missions, right? So here we are. And then we have estrellas, which is the stars, right? Which is, right? Stars have been used by sailors, right? And travelers for years as a means of navigation. So it's about focus, purpose, hopes, and dreams, the why of long-term goals. The why of long-term goals. If you have focus, you may create your own luck, and she will assist, right? So I like this, right? So what are your long-term goals? And what have you been focused upon, right? And what will you be focused upon, right? Who is someone you look up to but you've never met? Who is someone you look up to that you know, right? So here, these are just questions that you can ask yourself and stuff like that, right? Here is where we're igniting the spark, right? We're embracing, right, this journey, the full moon, to create a life filled with purpose, right? With purpose, passion, right? And enjoyment, to enjoy yourself. Why wouldn't you want to enjoy yourself, right? So here we are. Move away, right? So what do I do? What? Archetypes too. Can we pay attention to or highlight the weaver, rediscovery, this transition, right? So we're weaving, right? We're rediscovering. This is a transitionary period, right? Releasing old patterns, transforming them, right? So this September's full moon is inspiring us, urging us to take action and pursue our life's purpose, right? So we're weaving. You're being a weaver, the weaver, right? It carries and that's big, right? With determination and certainty, right? The sentinel, right? So overcoming kind of things, right? So encouraging our self-discovery, prioritizing too, like, you know, our needs and our ambitions, fostering self-fulfillment, right? That's a way to look at it. Get into that phone. So, like, you know, this personal growth into like offering this opportunity to transform anger, right? Like transforming anger as well, right? Because Aries is a hothead, right? Taking command, teamwork, right? Achievement, the champion, right? Being the champion. We are the champions, my friends, right? The king, control, right? Reversal of fortune, right? So this type of stuff. Some of you could be having a mentor, right? Mentor, you could be a mentor, right? With finances too. Somebody could be helping you with a budget, or you could be budgeting, you could be doing that. You could be a spiritual mentor, coach, guide, teacher in some kind of way, right? Yeah, so it's just a lot, right? It's a lot. Transforming our anger into motivation, right? So it's like, yeah, it's like what I speak about. I want to speak for myself and stuff like that in this department, but I'm just sharing, like, whenever I'm triggered, my trigger response now is to create poetry. It's to write it out. It's to dance it out. It's to express it out, right? And so it's doing these things, right? That this is what it's encouraging, right? These valuable lessons in balancing our own self prioritization and to foster a healthy relationship with ourselves first, right? Encouraging these honest conversations, right? Oh shit, hold on. Right, the patron. So you could be learning new stuff too, right? Learning new stuff, completing stuff, completing cycles, completing missions, completing studying. You could be traveling too, right? You could be in your, right? So reversal of fortune, so your money could be up, right? Or it's getting up, it's coming up, you're working, right? Taking command, teamwork. You could be finding a new team, you could be having an excellent team, you could be your partners, your teamwork, like you're forging reliable alliances or having trustworthy partners. Like you could be eliminating, right, in order to make room for something, right, in order to make room for that which is meant for you, designed for you at this moment in time. This is, you gotta remove shit. You gotta, like, it's like you can keep on piling up, like buying clothes, and then you have so many damn clothes and never get rid of clothes, and then you could be a hoarder of clothes. Or you can make room for new clothes, new styles, new things, you know what I mean? Like whatever the case may be. And so it's the same thing with friends, it's the same thing with partners, it's the same thing with alliances and these teams that you're finding. So you're meeting soul tribes or soul people. So you're having soul connections with genuine, authentic people just like yourself, or you're drawing that in and you're learning the lessons from the past, or you're implementing that now and stuff like that, right? Because this is a beneficial time for personal growth, right? Because, right, this full moon is important because it's reminding us to prioritize, right? Prioritize our own needs and our own ambitions, right? Fostering this level up of self fulfillment, improvement too, right? It's beneficial. It has to be, right? So it's providing all these valuable lessons, right? In this balancing of self prioritizing, right? With healthiness, with healthy, wealthy, selfie, right? Encouraging these honest, self-reflective conversations with ourselves too, right? Revealing anything that's stagnant, right? That in any kind of partnership, in any kind of relationship, in any kind of way, right? Promoting this leveling of growth. So there's a leveling of growth here. And sometimes we gotta let go of people, places, and things, memories and stuff, ties to the past that weigh us down, that doesn't serve our evolution for now, right? So it's prompting this self-reflection, right? So that we can make the appropriate decisions that we need to make by releasing these old behaviors, patterns, and conditioning that do not serve, right? So it's embracing it to create a purposeful, passionate, right, life, while nurturing meaningful relationships that we are holding true and closely to ourselves at this moment in time. So this could be like, you could have been recently ending certain kind of friendships, relationships, with people, ties to certain kind of things, because it wasn't serving your evolution and it was only causing stagnation and whatever the case may be, right? So this is about embracing, right, the fiery energy of Aries, igniting igniting one's passion and purpose, right? So I embrace, right? So embrace. I embrace the fiery energy of Aries, right? Igniting my passion and purpose, right? I release, right, all that no longer serves me, making room for growth and transformation, right? I am courageous and I take inspired action towards all of my goals, right? My desires are valid and I prioritize my self-fulfillment, right? I'm in perfect alignment with my soul's journey. I harness, right, the power of this full moon to find balance within myself, right? I communicate openly and honestly, right, in all of my relationships, right? I am a warrior of my own path, resilient and determined. I welcome change, right, as a catalyst for my own personal evolution. I trust my intuition to guide me, right, on my purposeful journey. I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy of self-love, self-care, and self-motherfucking respect, right? I release all anger, and this could be a challenge. I have a lot of fire in me. And so this rage that can build up. I've been working on my anger since I was in fucking elementary school, right? And so things like this can take time, especially when you're so passionate and expressive about stuff, right? So I'm worthy of self-love, self-care, and self-respect. I release all anger and replace it with motivation and positivity. That's what I was talking about. So I'm channeling it in a different way. I'm not gonna punch you in the face. I'm not gonna smack you. I'm not gonna lower my vibe to meet you on your lower vibrational energy. Instead, I'm gonna transmute it, right? I'm gonna transmute it and I'm gonna write a song about it. I'm gonna write a poem about it. I'm gonna write a book about this, right? I'm gonna dance about this. I'm gonna create art about this. I'm gonna talk about this on my own platform. I'm gonna, like, you know, it's like doing stuff like this. It's the same thing like what happened with my dog, right? I got on my platform after I wasn't ready. It was raw fucking emotion. And I think it's a fucked up system, right? And trust me when I tell you, I've had people try to fucking gaslight me about the whole fucking situation because of a lack of accountability, or they just don't want it to, because they don't like the way it sounds. You know what I'm saying? And so that could enrage you. There's certain things that are happening in this world that can just cause this rage to come up. How are you going to create it in a powerful force, in a powerful way that's going to ignite in every kind of way that it's going to just light the fucking stage, set the stage on fire, and here you go. You know what I'm saying? It's like the seeds you sow. I'm at peace with my decisions and my actions, right? So let people act the way that they want to act. Let people think whatever it is that they want to think. Let people be on the side of the playing field that they want to be on, and leave them the fuck there, right? Leave them the fuck there. I'm at peace with my decisions and my actions, right? I'm at peace with that. I embrace these lessons at this time, right? Finding harmony in my own personal life with all my relationships, friendships, partnerships, and whatever the fuck I got going on, right? So I am open. I'm sorry, Aries is my fellow fire sister sign, so I get really worked up, right? But I am open, right? So be open to transformation and releasing old patterns, right? I'm open to that. I trust myself to make decisions aligned with my highest purpose. I choose to create a life filled with passion and joy. And then for those of you that are really authentic up on here, spiritual warriors and all this kind of stuff about this alignment, not about the fame, not about the ego, not about, oh, I'm going to go viral. People talking like that and all this kind of shit, that's all they fucking care about. No matter what the topic that it is that they're talking about, that's all they care about is, oh my God, I'm going to go viral. I'm going to be famous. I want to make money. I want to do all this. And they're talking spirituality. That shit got nothing to do with none of that. They're just tying it to all of that. Oh yeah, I'm, you know, and people are leading with their fucking ego and all this kind of stuff. How can we be cooperative when you're not even fucking united? How can we be cooperative if you're not united, if you're just siding against others because you want to be on the highest motherfucker? I am the best tarot reader. I am the best in my field. I am in the best. Like, who are you competing against? Every fucking body else. That shit ain't unity in our community. That shit is false prophet. That's what that is. That's some false prophet shit. They just want to profit, right? Profit, P-R-O-P-H-E-T, right? P-H-E-T, and then profit, P-R-O-F-I-T. And they're going to say everything that they need to say in order to communicate it in that kind of fucking way. And so now, it's okay. The cat's out of the bag. You see through the disguise. You got these motherfuckers buying comments, writing their own fucking comments on their fucking YouTube channels. Oh, you're so great. They bought that shit. Yeah, it's a whole business. All right, so don't believe everything you fucking see on the internet. Trust, if these fucking people had all these followers, subscribers, fans, and all this, they'll be fucking celebrities. Why don't they go have a meet and greet? See how many people are fucking gonna show up. So don't believe everything you fucking see. People be faking it until they fake it till they want to make it, right? And they're trying to make it. Then I got another thing I gotta say. I'm sorry. I'm here and I'm gonna fucking express it now because something I got triggered with something a little bit before. Like, cause I have all these kind of fucking, there's like these spiritualists and these people too, right? I've encountered too that I've even had friendships with and no longer being friends. And they're in the spiritual community and their greed is their seed of greed. And they preach every fucking thing about spirituality, community, unity, all this motherfucking shit. And yet they're horrible people. They'll steal from you. They're horrible parents. Like, you cannot tell me that you are a fucking spiritually enlightened being, all this shit, and be a horrible fucking mother, be a horrible fucking father. I am sorry, and somebody needs to say that. Somebody needs to say that. And let a bitch stop to me talking motherfucking shit about any of this kind of stuff. They need to go feed their fucking kids. All right? Seriously. Real talk. They'll spy, they lie, they do all this kind of stuff. They fucking try to do witchcraft on you. They try to do all that dark magic kind of shit. Talk about beings of light. Nah. They're fucking fame whores. Go ahead. Tell me something. You got my number. Call me. So yeah, right? Anyways, I didn't mean to get off topic here. Weaver, discovery, right? The aspirant, ambitions, diligence, right? So any kind of setbacks that you might have, right? Or that you've had. Here we are, determination, sacrifice, the sacrifice that you make for this holy kingdom's sake, right? Rediscovery through this transition, ambition, diligence, right? I'm grateful for my unique mission in this motherfucking lifetime, right? And this, look here, you're the heir to the throne, unseen potential. Don't hesitate. Don't sleep on your gifts, right? Faith, accepting help, guidance, right? This is here for you. I'm whole and complete, and my partnerships complement my journey too. I choose to create a life filled with passion and joy and truth. So don't sacrifice your dignity and integrity to try to be like these fucking people that are false fucking prophets. Warrior, perfectionism, right? Either way, just anyway, it's the merchant. So here we go, right? So anyways, people send their minions to go check you out. The muse, because you're the muse and that's what it's all about. The shepherd, right? So this is time for celebration and all this kind of stuff too happening here. Right, so either way, and then I got myself worked up, right? I'm gonna write a poem about this. I really, really am, right? So that's how I channel, right? I'm gonna channel that. I'm gonna channel that rage. So channeling that rage, that anger, that injustice, right? And those spiritual warfare type of attacks. Stay authentic and true. You could be less popular, you could be not supposedly not seen and all this other kind of stuff, but everybody's fucking watching. Everybody's listening, right? All this kind of shit. So I'm in tune, right? With the energies of the universe, right? Ready to manifest my dreams. That's right. That's what we're talking about here, right? So either way, that's good. Hiding your true self. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You lose when you do that. Look, that's a gamble that you can't afford to risk and take. So overcoming slight, that means overcoming it, right? So don't hide your true self. Be your true self. And if they don't like it, oh fucking well. Right? Pay attention to your own details, attention to your own details. Have pride in that what you do. It's not ego. It's pride in what you do, right? Because there is a spiritual inheritance happening here, a correction being made. So don't overthink the situation, right? And if it feels like a rebellion of what it is that you have to do, then rebel. That's the thing that you have to do, right? But communicate with confidence. You are an inspiration. Some of you here might be a musician, an artist in some kind of way. Have gratitude. Celebrate, right? There's and a muse, you're a muse for people. And that's sad. That's so sad. I understand, right? The life of a muse. It'd be sad. Because but it's not though, because the people that need to that take from there's people that are gonna always hate on the muse. Right? People be hating on the muse. But the people that are powerful do not. That's why all the little double minions that be lower vibrational and not part of that will try to knock the muse down, but they don't see, because it's profound that the backing that the muse got is powerful, is divine. Right? Some of you could be having investors, founders, like something in the community, new projects, learning, look at new projects, right? Somebody's investing in you, or a company, a business, something like that. That's what I'm hearing here. There's something, there's an investment, right? Self-worth, a trade, right? Something coming out. Accept the help, accept the guidance. Look at the champion. The champion. This is I don't know all the cards that are in this one and stuff like that, but I would say I would tie this to an Aries card. And even too, because it says achievement, right? Here and stuff, I would even say Capricorn, right? You can have Capricorn in your chart, you can have Aries in your chart too, or whatever the case may be. Right? But what are some things? So you're the catalyst for change in a lot of people's lives. And until they get out of their ego and their lower vibrational energies, frequencies, and vibrations, right? They let them. Misery loves company. Don't be part of that company. You know what I mean? So what are some things that we can do to utilize the energies of this harvest full moon in Aries? Like things that you can do, like create I don't want it to sound so cliche, but like you create a vision board, right? I don't want it to sound so cliche, but create a vision board, right? These are just things to do that can fire start. You can do your own fire candle ritual, right? Create a vision board, right? Write out visualize your goals. When's the last time you visualized your goals, wrote them down, right? And create a vision board that supports what you're trying to manifest. It's fun. Just get into it. Just get it. It doesn't have to be, you can do a vision board with words and hang that up. You can write it out yourself. You know what I'm saying? Journaling. Make that a ritual of yours, right? Reflect on what no longer serves you and write down affirmations for personal growth. I say a whole bunch of them and stuff like that. And whatever the case may be, but like say what resonates with you. And if you need help with your affirmations to make it connect with you more, that's what I'm here for. Okay, that is what I'm here for. So you can meditate with fire, right? Use candle flames to do meditations and stuff like that. Igniting your own inner passions. That was such a sloppy shovel. Right? So you could do a releasing ceremony. Oh my God, right? Write down what you want to release and burn the paper. You could do that, right? That's a releasing ceremony. You could do that this on Friday, right? When it's the full moon or whatever the case may be, right? You could write it on paper, burn the paper as a symbol of you letting go. That's something that you could do too, right? You could take a solo adventure. That's exciting, right? Take a solo hike, explore a new place, right? Reconnect with yourself. Do something by yourself and feel empowered. Like I speak about that. I remember this was over 15, 20 years ago for me. But I wanted to feel comfortable in my own company publicly. So what I did, I went to a diner and I ate by myself. I'm just sharing. Like, this is the first time I haven't did it, and I was like, oh, it was awkward for me at first because I realized I talked to myself too, and so I'm just like, well, people are gonna see me talking to myself. Right, but either way, all right, and creative expression, that's so important, right? So channel Aries, the energy, channel this energy into art, into music, into writing, into expressing your passion. Speak on it, right? I got 5 on it. Speak on it. This is an excellent time, Aries energy, right? Channeling that for your fitness. What? I've been a beast in my, right? So it's like, be a beast, right? And get your fitness challenge on, right? Start a new fitness routine. That's what I'm just saying. Like, start a new fitness routine, set physical goals to embody Aries vitality. That's powerful. Have honest conversations. They're gonna be passionate, let them be, but be respectful. Love speaks. You know what I mean? Initiate open and honest conversations with loved ones to improve the quality of these communications, relationships, and stuff like that. Have a self-care day, right? Dedicate a day to pampering yourself, focusing on, I need a pedicure. I need to go pamper myself. I'm gonna go get a pedicure this week. I have to make time for that. But you get what I'm saying? Moon gazing is another like wonderful thing to do, right? Spend time under the full moon. Have your journal. Have like crystals, like whatever. You don't have to have all these type of things. Have whatever you're into. Like, even if, like, say you play video games, right? And let's say you play handheld video, go play them under the moon this time. You know what I'm saying? So absorbing this moon's energy, make your moon water. I'm telling you now, moon water, guys, okay? What you have to do, put a bowl outside of however much moon water you want to collect and just leave it out there. Right? Leave it out there. Leave it out there and let it marinate with the moon, right? Let it marinate with the moon. Right? Absorbing its energy. Set its intentions for the future. Use this in your rituals. Use it as a cleansing spray. Use it for whatever you do and stuff like that, right? That's cool. Champion. I split it in half. Champion. Vengeance. Coming back like with a vengeance. Overcoming slights. Right? I want to see from here. The champion. We are the champions, my friend. And we to the end. I don't know the words. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, cause we are the champions of the world. Okay, yeah. Chicka. Where is this one? Oh, maybe under the. Maybe it's under the. Okay, duh. I would have put it on the C, but it's under the. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, Jonathan. No, it's not. What's the fudgesicles? You don't have a number? What the fudge? I don't know how they have this. Oh, champion. Steel flashes in the sun. An opponent yields. The crowd roars. Victory is a heady brew, and the champion raises their arm, drinking in the praise and adoration. Right? But overconfidence is blinding, and behind them, their opponent gets back on their feet. You're riding high on victory at the moment, and you've earned the right to celebrate. But don't let it go to your head, okay? Not only could arrogance unpick all of your progress, but if you turn your back on half-finished job, you may see those successes fall apart faster than you can hold them together, right? The champion. And then the vengeance. Here we go. Sorry. Oh, here we go. The tavern is busy, full of conversation and the bustle of travelers settling for evening. One figure catches your attention, someone who is not drinking, talking, nor engaging with the rest. They say nothing, but you know that they're watching, waiting for someone to appear, someone with whom they have a deadly score to settle. When the opportunity presents itself, will they let the past consume them, or will they finally accept things for what they are and move on? The vengeance card has a choice. and so do you. Through the chains of anger have been giving you the energy to move forward. Their weight will eventually drown you. It's time to address those negative feelings and find a healthier way to sustain your drive. Letting go of a bad emotional pattern might leave you feeling empty and drained, but you can fill that void with healthier adjustments that will help you build more positive relationships, right? Because you may have been wrong. And so it's time to stand your ground, right? And fight back, right? And anybody that's standing in your way, face them head on. Don't let yourself be walked all over, right? Take this moment to stand up for yourself. Use those feelings of anger to protect your position and everything that you've been building up until this point, period, right? I love that. I love that, right? Okay, that's good. You're gonna do a little bit of charms. I haven't done charms with you guys in a while. So let's do a little bit of charms. Let's see, but before we even do charms, let's do a little bit of ABC Oracle. See what we got here. Right? These could be initials too, KIS, but SK, that was what that was before I turned it. Right, it was SK, that could be initials or whatever. B, B, BEN, Ben, right? Bueno, I see bueno, so I see good, right? A scone, maybe eating a scone. Stones too. So yeah, DJ, these could be initials. Somebody here could be a DJ too, an actual DJ, right? Somebody here could have children. Somebody here, their names could be CA, CACH, Charles, Chica, go by Chica, a girl, right? Whatever the case may be. Scandinavia. I don't know, that's a place, right? I don't know. But somebody could be digging themselves into a hole. Somebody here could be getting a check in the mail, maybe. A check. Somebody here could be traveling, right? Somebody here needs to drink more water, right? Somebody here might like Swiss cheese, I don't know, or Swiss banking. I don't know. Right? Somebody here can have a boat or be going on a boat. Somebody here can have a dog or be getting a new dog. Somebody's here's wish can be coming true. Somebody here might like pies or might be a pie or a sweetie pie, maybe I hear. George. Denise. Somebody here could be glowing, glow, could be pregnant. Somebody here could be PMSing on their cycle. Tiger might be significant for someone here. Skunk. Spirit animals, you know, I work with spirit animals. So tiger, skunk, dog, whale, jellyfish. Somebody here could be getting a new dishwasher or washer and dryer or something like that. Somebody here could be washing clothes while listening to this or something. Hawaii. Somebody could be visiting Hawaii. Somebody could be from Hawaii. Somebody can live in Hawaii. Georgia. Somebody here could be hiding from being seen. whatever. Somebody could be sweeping or needs to sweep. But when I think about that, when I say sweep, that makes me think of like a spiritual cleanse, more of like a house cleaning. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh my God, clean your house. It could be literally like clean your house, like energetically, like getting like doing a house cleanse. Be considering that. You know what I mean? Somebody here, I swear, I hear chica, chica. Like somebody could be saying that word. Somebody could say that word. God. Somebody be questioning their relationship with God or going deeper into their God studies. Right? Somebody here could be receiving a card, a new card, some kind of card, bank card, birthday card, a letter in a card, like just a card, money card. Somebody here could work with a whistle, blow whistles, be a whistleblower. Okay, that's good. Right? Somebody here could be gone. So maybe that makes me think like on something too, or dealing with somebody that's gone, death, you know. Bensky, like a Chiskowski, like some kind of name like that. Like I don't know how to say it, but like some kind of name with like where the last couple of letters could be SKI. Somebody could be going skiing or planning a ski trip of some sort. Somebody could be digging dirt, digging dirt physically, like actually or metaphorically. There's a new achievement too, like a new level unlocked to go. You can go. Goat is another spirit animal I see here. Goat, whale, right? All right, that's enough of this. All right, that's enough of this. Okay, so somebody could be 24 years old, be life path number 4, or be born in the month of April. Right? We'll look at that. Somebody here could be 44 years old. Right? 44. Life path 9. You could be born in 1997, 1994, 1964, 1971, 1972. You don't have to be. Right? Here we go. You can birthday 9/16. You've been born 1993, 1973. 1991 I said, right? 1991 could 1993. 1971. Someone could be 31, 39. You've been born 1999. You could be 26, 21, 22, 28. You've been born 1981, 1980, 1983, 1986, 1984, 1973, 1975. Right? It could be life path number 3, life path number 1, 1970, 1971, 1963, 1966, 1969. Be 39, I said that already, right? September 12th, 35. Be an earth sign. Yeah, these are 2 runes. Let's do some runes then. Right, this is Ingus, and then that's the joy rune. Moonjo, I think that's how you say it. Hold on. Olivia! right? So we have Ingus, right? Which is about creation. I'm sorry. So if you see, I have this. Right? Ingus, right? It's about evolution. It's about having an energetic boost, right? Right? Energetic boost. It's about being a seed, a God seed, right? It's about process. It's about space in a process. It's the rune of isolation, right? Or separation in order to create a space or a place where the process of transformation into higher states of being can occur. It's the rune of gestation and internal growth, right? It's also associated with a quote, right? Where there is a will, there is a way, right? Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. Only when we know our solitude to be different from our loneliness can we be whole enough to honor another's place. So it's about internal growth, personal development, the power of suggestion, and inner child wholeness, right? It's an earth god. It's about our stored energy. It's a gestation process. It's male mysteries. It's planned burst. It's about male sexuality and agriculture, right? It's internal growth, expectation, time for oneself, right? Which is what we're talking about here with this Aries full moon. It's a time for ourself, for our own personal growth, right? So this offering of this opportunity for this massive transformation, right? Motivation, reigniting our own passions, right? So, right, it governs storage and transformation of power for ritual use. It's about stored energy, passive meditation and centering of energy and thought, sudden release of energy, all forms of subtle creative action, right? Represented by the very ancient god image Ing. Ingus is a rune of male fertility. The English language participle ing adds to any verb the idea of action. So it's about doing, being, seeing, etc. Right? So taking action. The addition of ing represents action in the actual process of activity rather than an object. Thus, even common elements within our most common language use ing to infer the process of creation. Ingus is that potential energy that must accumulate gradually in storage before being released as a single surge of energy. It represents the process of a mental seed, desire implanted by the conscious mind into the subconscious for incubation and gestation, later to emerge as a new creation in your own life affairs. Ingus governs the process of seed into catalyst, and the self-sacrifice of one form to bring into being a new form, and the characteristics inherited because of this transformation. Thus, Ingus contains within it its lore the true meaning of sacrifice. Such sacrifice occurs when one form is called upon to die so that a newly evolved form may begin to grow. This is one of the cornerstone concepts in what is known as the male mysteries. To die for something such as a cause or an ideal such as freedom, a universal theme in warrior tradition, is thus connected to the energies of Ingus, right? There is great wisdom in creating an analogy between this fundamental act of nature and the mystical act of generation. The failure of a magical operation is often caused by the lack of the operator letting go of some past form of manifestation so that the newly desired form can be born. All humans live in the past to some degree or another, but one must apply the laws of nature which call for death of the old in order to bring about transformation. In order to bring about transformation into new energies and new forms. This sounds simple to do on an intellectual level, but in practice it requires masterful artistry. Ingus signals the integration of the four selves: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. It is the drive towards completion and totality and acts as the catalyst for movement towards wholeness. Someone had asked me how long I've had this one. And I want to say maybe 8, 9, 10 years. No, maybe longer. This one is more newer. So yeah, so this one is actually like 8 years. So that one's probably like maybe less than 15, but over 10. All right. I'm sorry, just whatever I was answering. Okay, so this sounds simple to do on an intellectual level, but in practice it requires masterful artistry. Ingo signals the integration of the four selves: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. It is the drive toward completion and totality and acts as the catalyst for movement toward wholeness. Where Berkano signifies the outer child, hidden within the wisdom of Ingus is the activation of one's inner child, the activation of one's inner child, right? And then I said this one wrong, but it's Theros. I don't know how to say it, but it is Theros, right? I don't even know, but it's about its interpretation is giant, strong one. It's about conflict. It's tool. It's a weapon. Defense, right? Protection, violence. If we must fight for peace, then let us find our peace in battle. Oh my gosh, warrior and peace. Like, if I can fucking say the signs that this could be, like, if I'm gonna give it a sign, Aries, warrior, Libra, peace. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I just love when it like just sinks like so beautifully, right? Because we're in Libra sun energies, Aries warrior energy, Libra peaceful energy, right? So it's finding the peace through war, through violence, through what? So it's unconscious forces, right? This is the strong one. This is the strong one, right? This is a giant, right? Unconscious forces, sociological forces, Thor, Loki as a giant, chaos, destruction by natural forces, complexities of aggression, conflicts, disputes, psychological problems, lightning, breakthrough, aggressive male sexuality, battery down barriers, thorn of awakening, trouble, enthusiasm. It's about enthusiasm, struggle against unconsciousness, male sexual prowess, enthusiasm, self-empowerment, chaos, active defensive force, breaker of resistance, destructive storm, right? This is a tool, storms, weapons, conflict. It's a reactive force, directive force, vital eroticism, generative catalyst, constructive conflict, a danger, defenselessness, compulsion, betrayal, dullness, disease, explosive violence, annoyance, strife, destruction of enemies, right? This governs destruction of enemies, curses, binds, and fetters, awakening of the will to action, breaking resistance of blockages in body, mind, and spirit. It's increased potency and prowess in romantic relationships, understanding of the division and separation of all things, aiming the use of psychic force, the combination of right and left brain processes for generating powerful realization. It's not uncommon for the rune meaning of Thurias, Thorisad, I don't know how to say it, to be described as a thorn that is most sharp, a grim and evil thing to take grip on or touch. However, it is representative of Thor and his hammer, protecting Asgard from the Thurses, giants who resist the expansion of consciousness throughout the multiverse. What? Okay. Are you really listening? I hope so. I really fucking hope so. Right? So in every respect, the energies of Thoras are a forceful enemy of unconsciousness, ignorance, and the rule of brute violence. Thoras represents the warrior that combines consciousness and wisdom with matters requiring force. Thor is the champion god of courage. This is like Aries, Libra. Like, I swear, like the working of it. Thor is the champion god of courageous and free human being and freeing human beings and the ultimate physical fighting force. Thoraz is also a fertility rune in the sense that it breaks down the barren and hard, rocky realms into workable soil as to bring fruitfulness to crops and wombs. The best mental state for working with the rune is enthusiasm rather than anger or fear, as the former will much better sustain right awareness and diminish the potential danger of dealing with strong Thoraz magic. This early rune is representative of the use of tools and technology, so is Kinaz to an extent, whether physical or psychological, especially as weapons of protection or active resistance against forces detrimental to the expansion of consciousness and awareness signified by Dagaz. Human consciousness is a state of mind that evolved from pre-existing state of unconscious, which continually strives to re-establish itself. Unless we promote consciousness actively in living our lives, we will succumb to entropy, which is similar to like if you don't use your muscles and like, you know, like when people are on bed rest and then they get like atrophy of their of their body. But I just want to make sure I'm saying that right. Yeah, waste away. Your tissues and organs waste away. I just wanted to make sure that I was saying it. I didn't want to say something incorrect. And entropy is right, lack of order, predictability, right? The second law of thermodynamics saying that entropy always increases with time. Right, lack of order or predictability, right? Okay. Anyways. Right, so human consciousness is a state of mind that evolved from pre-existing state of unconscious, which continually strives to re-establish itself. Unless we promote consciousness actively in living out our lives, we will succumb to entropy. The power of Thorazaz is easily located because it is on the borderline, the frontier of consciousness. It is wise to never start a fight, but if one has started, be sure to finish it. Okay, all right. We said we were gonna do charm. So, oh, okay, whatever. Right. So here we are. Soul activation, your third eye awakening in your soul world. Always remember you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. Right? Here you could be writing too. You could be a writer, be writing more. This new moon, this moon too, right? Focusing too on your own stability. This is a bridge, right? So you're bridging. So there's a bridge happening here of focus, right? Focusing. So you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Somebody might feel that way about you too in the material world, right? You might have somebody under lock and key. You might be their love, their key. A could be a name, a state, a city, that you live in or that you're from or whatever the case may be. And then look at like a waffles in the present, right? Trust. So here in the present, love, dream, hope, trust. Love, dream, hope, trust. In the present, you are here. And look at royalty, right? This is a bumblebee, right? So like you are royalty. You come from royalty too, right? Look at here. It's a new pet too. Animal, working with animal spirit guides too. Somebody could be going to a bed and breakfast or something like that. Somebody here can like your booty, or somebody here, peaches, could be growing peaches to heart. So here I feel like there's a strong heart connection that's happening. Look, and another heart, another strong in the future. So there's something here building, right? And somebody here is building something, right? And then in the consciousness, like 5 cents, like penny, copper. Two, copper, using copper, like, you know, the organites. I don't know how to say that word, but whatever, like, copper, like you could be drinking copper water, um, like infused water, or doing something with copper, like for energetic cleanse and stuff like that, right? Because whatever. So like, and also too, traveling, like having different types of monies, right? That is here. Look at initial N. That could be, like I said, name, state, city. Are you from NTTN, W, right? Or M, whichever one. But there's a bridge, right? There's a bridge happening here. So look at your focus is on being happy, which is good. And then this is a good time for that, right here, astrological wheel. So you could be focusing. So there's a shift here, right? So live in the moment, right? That's the advice. Somebody here could be getting a new bike, however that is. Somebody here could ride bike. Somebody here could be riding their, like, you're on their mind, like you're on people's minds. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's cycling. This is a hedgehog or a sonic, like I think right here. Body. So somebody here could be growing out their hair too. I don't know, I hear, like, you know, or could be hairy in the body. Maybe you're self-conscious about that too. MMW, so WM or MM in some kind of way. Writing here, live in the moment. Live in the moment, right? Look at, and there is no cage. So your focus is on getting out of the cage. You're out of the cage. There is no more cage. Like, so it's like seeing your cage and you're on the outside of it now. And it's just like, wow, you know, I've come this far, and you didn't come this far just to get this far, type of thing. You know what I mean? Like here, remember, I think I did a video where I showed you where I got this from, like when I was on my 10,000 step journey, like, you know, and we came across a little like something, but isn't it so cute? Maybe getting a new bicycle, maybe you're into fitness, maybe you're on an elliptical, maybe you're doing mountain climbing, or a mountain climbing on bicycle, what is it, mountain biking? No, no, you know what I mean? But I feel like charge your crystals too, right? Combing, somebody here could be a hairstylist as well. You're in unconscious, like conscious, right? This tree that's growing. So your money is growing. I feel like here, what you don't see and what you know, and maybe you're healing the parts of you that doesn't feel worthy enough, or doesn't feel lucky enough, or doesn't feel like they can have grow. Because look, it's growing, it's love, it's passion, right? Because like something too, like this planetary shift that's happening and taking place, that is allowing you to get into this growth, this root, like you're growing your roots, right? This soul world, like you're always, now you're being braver, now you're believing in yourself more, now you're stronger than ever, now you're more smarter, now you love yourself, you know what I mean? And so that's a powerful fucking place to be, right? Somebody here could be getting their hair done, right? A haircut. Somebody here could be a hairstylist, like, you know what I mean? Somebody here could be traveling, right? Somebody here can live on a mountain. Somebody could be traveling to a mountain, right? So I'm gonna do it. I use this one. I'm gonna set these back. We'll do another charmed reading with the other mat. Round one, round two. You know what I mean? Here we go. Right? This waffle wants to keep coming out right here. So look at, this is under health and stuff like that. So I'm seeing an ambulance. So somebody here could be, look at, maybe even I see like on something, or like either way, maybe a medical emergency of some kind, right? Something, but here you have the sun. So the sun, something's good, lifesaver. So some kind of lifesaver, Like you could have maybe had a near-death life experience, like a near-death experience. I'm going to talk more about mine soon enough, but you could have had a near-death life experience, a near-death life experience that has completely shifted, because look at the mushrooms here, right? That has completely shifted the way that you see something, the way that you view something. How did that get in there? I didn't need to put the birdie in there. But that's funny, but the bird was over here, and that was a bluebird, and bluebirds are associated with romance and stuff like that too, and love. So I'm actually going to keep it there because that wasn't supposed to be in there. But yeah, so, and somebody here, look at love and partnerships, rocking horse. Somebody here could be welcoming a new baby, right? Somebody here could be taking flight, right? Running towards love, right? Because look at, even a ring landed over here by love, right? Clothespin too, like love, like give a dog a bone, love. Look at this, even says love, right? And so that's the advice and guidance, right? And so tranquility and love, right? So you could have a cat, right? Bell tower here, here. So love dream, this is coming here, career and business, right? Somebody here could play tennis, right? Or be into that sport as well. That could be your business and stuff like that too. Look at love, lovely make eyes of each other. Wait, what does this mean? Eyes to each other. Wait. Lovely make eyes at each other. Right. So look, if somebody has their eyes on you, right? And so here, and then you have the solar plexus, right? See, finances and wealth. Look at calculator. Like I just feel like your money is going up, things, and this could be through your solar plexus, right? Solar plexus chakra, which is manipura, right? So look, when you got the solar plexus chakra, right, which is manipura, right? That's I do. So what you do increases too. You get what I'm saying? And so here, and then you got the sun, home and family life. So that's like wishes here come true in that kind of way, right? O can be something. It could be a spirit guide, I feel like too, right? Somebody could be traveling to like some type of bell tower. Somebody could be like, you know, it makes me think of who's the one that was trapped in the tower? Is it Rapunzel? I don't know, but whatever. And you're free now, right? But here, look at, there could be a wedding and an engagement, some type of partnering. It could be with a fire sign too, like fire element. Or you could be a fire sign, but like bluebirds, you could be like lovely bluebirds, right? Oh, look at this little octopus. Didn't we talk about octopus in the last video? Too, right here, and look at this smiles. So can you see that? All smiles. So things are gonna be all smiles for you in regards to your social life. Look at rainbow, right? So you could be going to a social event, right? That could be networking. So you could be networking at the social event. It could be spiritual in aspect. It doesn't have to be, but still, it's like spiritual, making spiritual connection, spiritual union in love too, right? You could be going to a baby shower, be having a baby, or whatever. You could be riding horses, learning that. You could be, you have a pet horse or something like that, because look at, there's two horses here. So you could be learning, you could be, or you know how to ride horses and you ride horses, and that's just something that you do, which is beautiful. I used to ride horses when I was young, and I wish I still rode horses now, but you know, let's not wish, let's do, right? That can happen too, right? So, right, let me see. So here, the last time with the teeth, I just feel like, you know, like finances. So it's like a lot of teeth, like might envy your heart, right? So a lot of teeth might envy your heart, because if you see this heart has a lot of teeth, like a lot of thorns around it or whatever. Or, but no, oh, like protective. Last time I read it like that. This time I'm reading it like this time you got teeth around your heart, and anybody that tries to go freaking through in any kind of way too, it's gonna get bit by you. That's how I'm hearing it right now, and that's how I'm receiving it. So for those of you that might have had a near-death experience, that has shifted your perspective and stuff like that in some kind of way. And this is waffles, right? I just feel like That's like, maybe somebody here likes waffles. Maybe somebody here eats a lot of waffles. Because this came out fine. Maybe somebody here look at health, well-being. Maybe you should start cooking your waffles from scratch. I don't know. But either way, somebody could be having a medical emergency, but they're not to worry. Lifesaver, right? I feel like that's a good sign, meaning that everything's going to be okay. Or you could have had a near-death experience that has shifted everything for you. But here comes the sun. Here comes the love, right? You can be connected. Very cats remind me of your psychic intuitiveness, right? You can have a cat too, you can have cats, more than one, or whatever the case may be. But here we go, and then I just feel like your spirit guides are here too, because whenever I see turquoise and things like that, I think of my mom. And because she loved this, like I shared it with you guys in another video, her favorite crystal, right? And what she used to wear a lot of, which was this. She used to wear a lot of like shells and turf and whatever the case may be. And when I think about that, I think about, and then it landed on the spirit self and all this kind of stuff. So it makes me think of you're divinely lit, guided, and protected, right? Your guides are here with you. Your guardian angels, like whatever it is, however you look at that, right? You're divinely lit, guided, and protected. Right? So yeah, that's nice. Let me picture this. I took a picture. Right? So that was good. Or pickleball. It doesn't have to be tennis. It could be pickleball. I could be playing that. I actually like pickleball. I like tennis too, but pickleball is newer for me, and so I like that. You know what I mean? What are you doing over there? I'm being guided to say, don't worry about this, even though it might be alarming, whatever this is. And maybe too, like, because I just looked and then I looked over and I saw this. And maybe somebody had a medical emergency, maybe there was a recent loss that you're dealing with, right? And so to give yourself the time to heal, if that applies to you too at this time. You know what I mean? To give yourself the time that you need to heal from this loss or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was gonna do something else. Oh, I use these kind of cards, like they just tell me, like, they bring me back down to earth about the spiritual warfare type of stuff. So this is just a little bit of spiritual warfare. I know that I said this is what it is. This is about the full moon, so this is fine. But like we're just embracing a lot of the stuff, and so we're just gonna see what other messages want to come up at this time, and then we're gonna go. Okay, beautiful. Right, so the Negaverse monsters might have their claws out, right? Right, but they're avoiding a certain leveling of attack, right? Because they're wasted. Oh shit, because they're wasted, right? You have this Malachite is wasted, right? And they still have their claws out, like whatever the case may be, but right, they may have attacked once, twice, 3 times, right? So Mars fires ignite, Sailor Mars, right? Sailor Mars, and Mars is ruled, right? Isn't Aries ruled by Mars? Shit. So Mars fires ignites, right? So when Sailor Mars is used, right, as your starting character, you begin the game with Gran Cojino in play, right? So here we are. So it's like you're focused, you're fiery, you're in, like, this isn't this you have what it takes to conquer, to be victorious, right? Right, to be victorious, right? And you have good alliances, good buddy, right? You have a good buddy, a polite society that you're tapping into and stuff like that, and the power of the stars, right? because you are a beautiful soul, right? So, right, so you're going to be experiencing a win, right, from the attacks that you might be receiving in some kind of way, or whatever the case may be, right? So, and look at, oh my gosh, you might be meeting somebody, and I'm not talking about romantically, I'm talking about a polite society. So if you've been dealing with a lot of nonsense from fuck shit kind of people and lower vibrational energies, the sacrifice that you are making in eliminating those type of energies from your life, and make, even if it hurts you, even if it's people that you love and that you care for, and they just cannot go with you on the next round, on the next level up, right? Because of the sacrifice that you are making connections with people that align with your now alchemy. So this polite society, right? So such a pleasure, because look, it's such a pleasure to finally meet you, young ladies, right? And turn you into wax, right? But right, but I'm reading it this way, and I'm gonna tell you that that's the way that I'm reading it, right? So here we are, right? Mind, body, heart, and soul, because you're aligning to this. So here we are. So negaverse monsters might be looking mind, body, heart, and soul. It's aligning, right? But that's, so I feel like, but you know, and that might be something too that you'll be realizing too. So even if you're meeting with people that are more like-minded and in alignment with you, you're still going to realize that even in those type of societies, you're going to meet with different type of negaverse monsters, right? And so it's just the way that it is. And right, so it's just the way that it is. It's, look at, and they think that stupid humans, they're so easy to fool, and that's just the mentality that they have, right? And you might be coming into this new kind of like soul type of alignments, like where you're meeting certain type of people and you're realizing, oh my goodness, like, you know, like this is there's life on the internet. Look at, but here we go. So on the internet, this might be happening on the internet too, because nobody will be able to stop me as long as there's life on the internet, right? So yeah, so look at, you could also be engaging, like reading books and things like that, but here you are, you have a good system that you're aligning with, right, against these attacks, against this spiritual warfare, right, of the mind, right? It's of the mind, right? But you are the soul, and you know that you are a soul having a human experience, and that you're more than this body, right? So here we are, Sailor Venus, right? So Sailor Venus, so we got this Mars and Venus energy, Libra, Aries, Mars, right? So here we are, right? So and then you have the goddess Artemis, right? Here, so look, and then Sailor Moon, right? So this tiara magic, moon healing activation. This moon is going to be such a healing activation, right? So yeah, so that you can start to begin. So you're beginning. So it's a new level up. So it's level 1. So I feel like moving from level 1, or on level 1, or moving to a new level up, right? So it's a new level up, and wherever it is that you are, right? So a new level up happening. Oh my gosh, right? So negative energy shield, right? The maximum damage the target monster or villain will receive in this attack is 30. Any damage above 30 is ignored, right? So there you go, right? Where it goes, he's absorbing all of my energy, Sailor Jupiter says, but because you got this defense here, right? And so you have this water spirit, right? So fly away. So Spike Tail, I sense she's very evil and extremely strong, but she is not from the Negaverse, right? So here you are. So you're encountering certain type of energies, right? That might be whatever they are, but you have you have soul. Maybe that's what's missing, and that's why they don't want you to have peace of mind, because you got so much soul, and you got an extra defense and knight, someone here to protect you. Every healer needs a protector. Hit me in the very best shot. You've got tuxedo mask showing up as the knight in shining armor. And then you might have love, and that too might bother people. But either way, that's what I have for you guys. Bye!